Hey, welcome back to the Ohio farm. Just finished up some lunch. Had a busy morning working on that contract at the farm behind us to the south here. Made some good money, and I went and spent it. Excellent. I've been talking about this cow pasture forever. And I thought, man, we're really not showing much progress right now. So I just went and had it put in. So we'll go over and we'll take a look at that. We've got to get food and water into it also. Put the calves out there already. So need to make sure they keep their health up by getting some food out there. So we'll head over to the West Place here. We'll do a quick drive-by of it. And then, well, no, we don't need to do a drive-by. You'll see it when we go over, right? That makes sense. So we have very little hay in the back of the loading wagon, the forage wagon. So we'll grab that and take it over there. And then we'll grab one of those large hay bales and put it in there. So that'll empty this out. Now, technically, this probably doesn't have enough horsepower to operate this, but I think it should be okay. I got scared there for a second. I saw the silage additive in there, and I was like, oh no, my it's not going to turn it into hay, or turn the hay into chaff, is it? So you can see it there. Took up a good portion of our grass field, but what can you do? What did I hit? Did I catch the top on the... So the fence didn't come out exactly the way I wanted. I really wanted kind of like a barbed wire fence. This is what I got. And I think I probably have the fencing on the wrong side of the poles. But it's hard to see what you're doing on PlayStation when you are doing some of this stuff. You got to kind of put it in and then see what it looks like. I'm not upset enough that I'm willing to go change it just for that. So yeah, we'll put the hay in and we'll see where that gets us. Probably not very far. Now this turns a little... Oh, I can make it with this. That turns a little tight, but... So we'll go put this away and we'll grab the... So I realized that if I would have turned off the... What is it? Like toggle free placement or something. Or if I would have turned it on, I could have maybe butted this up against the side here, which would have been my preference. I don't build too much. I usually look for maps that have what I like in it. really kind of bummed about the fact that they added manure to the old cow barn mod that I really wanted for the aesthetic, the look. It really fit what I was kind of trying to do here on my Ohio farm. And I should leave that out because it would give me an opportunity to juggle some of the other machinery in here. But it's done. I'm liking how the farm's kind of flushing out. I don't want to put too much stuff in here and clutter it up though. I would like to have a stave silo, and I think it's going to have to go here, but it's for later date. I think it's $60,000. I just spent, I think, around 30 for the cow pasture and all the fencing. So, and what I really want to do is I want to buy this. Is it sunflowers? Yep, sunflower field next to me. Not necessarily so much for the sunflowers, but I want that land. Sunflowers would be a nice bonus too. Okay, I'm gonna just come in tight. And we're just gonna take one and we're gonna see where that gets us. We need water too, so after we do this, I want to stay away from the triggers on that. I don't want it to take any of it. So yeah, we're gonna have to go get a water tank to come in here and do the water. I hope I can do this, otherwise, the mixer wagon's full of TMR, isn't it? I think it'll take it. Maybe it won't. Uh-oh. How do we know how much is in here? Field info. Oh, it's down to, wait. Yeah, it's down to 117 liters, so it took a ton of it. Took most of it, in fact. I think we'll just leave this kind of over here. And then we can put it in later. Let's go to the store and get a water tank. And used equipment, telehandler just like this came available. Of course, it's more expensive than the one I have. Mine, I got mine used too. So it wasn't too much of an expense, but yeah, I bought it used when it came available and said, hey man, I'm gonna need that someday. So I'm just gonna buy it, and because I didn't have an immediate use for it, and I didn't have really a place to put it because it was before I had the West place, I just left it at the machinery store because it was easier to leave it there, and also for loading big bags onto trailers or pallets or what have you. It was just better to leave it at the store, and they were happy to have it there too. Since I took it back, they had to get a store telehandler, so there's now a New Holland telehandler that the store has available for customers for customer loading. Love that. Cows on a slope. So this is the field we have to do the next harvest on. We got to get that done today. The truck and the combine are already pre-positioned, so as soon as we have an opportunity, we can get on that as well. So yeah, here's the New Holland. I don't think I've had occasion to use it yet, but I'm sure I will someday. We'll probably need to buy some seed and some fertilizer before we need to put crops in the ground again. So there it is. I hope it's not too big for the Blizzard. Nah, it should be fine. It'll be fine. Good thing I got the big one. I don't know how many times I'll need to fill the water trough, but find out. Nice. Of course, just one more thing, right? Got to park somewhere. So we'll run this back out to the West place and get some water out in our pasture. Alright, we're arriving at the West place now. Going to beat the pedestrian into my driveway. Put this hose in here. You can also wash your vehicles with it, which is pretty cool. Got a fairly slow fill rate, it looks like, though. So we'll patiently wait for it to fill up. As it does, we'll just, well, I would imagine it takes a long time to fill something out of a garden hose, right? It's charging me for it, isn't it? Ooh, I don't like that. Gonna have to check, see if I can get free water from a pond or something. Oh, it's not much. It was what, $60? For 6,000 liters, so what, like $1 per 100 liters? Not terribly unreasonable. What do you think? Should the gates have opened in or out? Oh, I get too close. Yeah. Let's go. Gotta give it a little room, I guess. There we go. Oh, it didn't even take it all. So I want to go test something real quick. Go see if we can quote unquote borrow some water. I think there's like a pond over here. Sure they won't mind, right? Thing is that when we have a crop in the field, we won't be able to really get over here. It looks a little low too. Oh. Don't want to get stuck in the mud. Although that would give me an opportunity to use that new mod with the the new mod with the towing winch on it. I guess we could borrow water when we can get to it. And when we can't, we'll get it out of the hose. Alright, so where do we put this? Where do we keep it? We keep it in the shade. Alright. I like that. I like that mod. Let's go take a look at the chickens, see how they're doing. Man, I wonder how long it's going to take us to get a full pallet of eggs. Probably a while. But we don't have that many chickens, and I think we do have it. Whoa, that crazy rooster playing tag or something. Get in. I don't know how many times I've had to fix this fence. Gonna end up losing chickens to the road. There we go. Nice and tidy. That's how we like to keep our yard. Somewhat. So we've got the mulcher we could put away. The roller we should put away, but we don't. We're going to use it in the not too distant future. I'm pretty sure we could sell this. So unfortunately, we won't get manure from the cows that are in the field. So our manure production will go down because now we only have 6 cows in here. But that's kind of the cost of doing business. I kind of wanted the aesthetic of, you know, you bring the cows in at night and you put them out in the field during the day or in the pasture. So I guess, can I stand on that? I can. Give me a little better view. But I like the aesthetic of the cows being out. It's one thing I liked about the old cow barn mod is it had a very large pasture kind of attached to the, or as part of the barn building, which is probably why they didn't originally give you manure and slurry. Maybe the modder heard me complain about it, and that's why they changed it. I like to think I'm just that important, but I doubt it. I doubt I had anything to do with it. So yeah, we could sell this. What I'd like to do is get a corn crop and do corn silage and start doing corn silage in here. And then we could do the grass in a stave silo. I don't know. So quickly, whoa, deer right back close. Did he just run into the shed? Right through the wall? Okay, I must be seeing things. So let's check contracts real quick. Yeah, there's really nothing available in contracts right now. We got that one we have to finish, which we should probably do. And just for fun, used equipment. We already bought our wheel loader. That's an expensive one. That would be nice. Did we get ours used? I don't even remember now. We must have. I don't buy things new easily. There's that Volvo truck would be cool. This slurry distributor would be nice, but what it goes on is a pretty darn big tank usually. So yeah, we will need to get something at some point though. So I think probably we get to the field from the back way that we have to harvest, so take the scenic route. I've been contemplating putting in one of those Quonsets right here. The ground's a little uneven, so I'm a little scared to do it. I also hate to take away more of the grass, but I think I could put one in that's just got the one side door on one side on it. I don't know. I really need to get a tree or something in here. Make it a little more aesthetic. A little shade over here. Alright. Oh, we got the bales we can sell too at some point. I got them stacked over here. They're kind of out of sight, out of mind. Technically not my land, but I couldn't buy it anyway just because of the way the map's made. So here's the grass pasture I'd like to get, and then put beef cattle in it. This one you cannot use. It's just kind of there for looks, I guess. Now I gotta go this way, otherwise I'm gonna get lost back in the woods. Oh. Man, that would have totaled the car normally, I think. He must have jumped right as we got to him. Didn't even leave a mark. Wow. There are a lot of deer. So yeah, we need to get going on this harvest. Do I have the header attached? I don't think I do. No. Oh, I'm not even close enough yet. That's why. I was wondering why the little attach thing wasn't showing up. That explains it. So what am I going to do here? Got to be careful not to run into the trees. I gotta be careful, make my way around the header, and then what do we gotta do? Guess we'll go down here. Let's get this guy unfolded. And try not to damage the header. Go up the outside if I can. That way I got the auger pipe on the correct side to offload into the trailer when we need to. Okay, this field's canola and it's going to Ohio Agri Co-op. I think this is the last harvest contract that's available here in July, and the only other contract available is a cultivating one, which I don't think I'm going to do. So after, what, buying the water trailer and putting pasture in, we're down to $100,000 again. I think that field over there is probably about 160 or something. Be nice to buy it while the crop's still in it so that I could harvest that crop without having to do all the work, the inputs, ahead of time. Only problem with that is I don't have a header that will do sunflowers, either a helianthus or a corn header. Be nice to get a corn header, but I don't know if I ever really want to harvest corn. If I ever did corn, I'd probably want to do silage with it. Of course, I don't have a forage harvester either. There are some options for like a trail forage harvester, which is what I think I want to try. I think it's a class something or other. That's what I'd like to try. I think we've got enough horsepower. I don't remember what it required, but the JCB Fast Track's like 220. It's not bad. Oh, I think I put another 300 liters of fuel in this, so that we'd have enough to do this harvest. Probably would have been a little more than I needed to put in it, but I didn't want to run out. I didn't see a fuel tank over here anywhere. So what you can do on this map is those fuel tanks around, you can have access to them. So you could actually just stop by, buy however much fuel it was you want to take out, so it's got it in it, have it delivered to it, so to speak, and then you can just buy it out of it. And those fertilizer storage, you can do the same thing, and it's actually cheaper than buying the fertilizer at the store, which I need to start doing. I did it last time, but I did it on camera. I went to Ohio Agri Co-op and I filled the fertilizer spreader there. So I just bought however much I needed, put it into the storage, or had it delivered or put into the storage, and then took it out. And it was less expensive than buying it in big bags or pallets at the store. The only problem with that is you got to go and get it. Where it's nice to be able to have the big bags on the farm, you just grab them with the telehandler and run them out to the field. They don't really have in FS19. They had like an auger wagon that was for seed. You're going out to the field to fill up your planters or your drills. They really have that, at least not in base game. I think that all the harder wagons were big. I guess it'd be like a seed tender or something. I'm sure there's probably a mod that does it though. I'll have to look. Just one more piece of equipment though to have to put in the building somewhere, right? So I think we'll get close to around one time before we gotta empty it. Like to get away from these trees and up there by the road, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna end up having to drive all the way around the field with the semi. Matter of fact, Yeah, I'll put it right here. So because we didn't make it around the field one time, I gotta drive all the way around just to get to it. So close. I remember, I think the canola was actually kind of heavy in the sense that you couldn't fill the trailer volume-wise as much as you could with the oats. And the wheat was heavy like that too, I think. I should turn the truck off. I'll back it up a little bit, give myself a little more room to turn it off. I think I'll just I'll just turn around, finish a headland, like a double headland on this side, give us room to turn around, go back down the other side, and do one at the bottom, and then we'll start working the long axis of the field, I think. Yeah, I think good time as any to start the old time lapse. I think I was partially wrong about how much this would hold of the canola. It's better than 3/4 of the trailer full, so more than the wheat. I also noticed as I was doing this field, I do a lot of high angle stuff so I can kind of see what's going on, what I'm doing. And you lose a lot of the terrain relief. This map is not like completely flat. When you're down here like this, you can see that there's a gentle slope going up across this field, which you lose sometimes when you're looking at it from the higher angle. Anyway, this is going to Ohio Agri Co-op, so we're going to run it there. We'll get our first delivery done, and then we'll see where we can go from there. We'll finish this contract up. Oh, come on, get out of the way. Sorry, I didn't mean to force you to have to slow down that much. Thought I could have made it. But yeah, a lot of the times the first person view in cab gives you appreciation for the terrain too. I found that it also gives you appreciation for the speed you're going at, and also how much you're jostling, say, your tractor. If you're going down like a farm track, pulling a trailer, and you're just got the button mashed like I generally do. I got the trigger on the PlayStation controller, the R2, you know, jammed to the floor, so to speak. So you kind of learn to moderate your speed a little more when you do some in-cab stuff. Whereas if you're up above, looking from up above, you get a little velocitized. You don't get an appreciation for how fast it's going or how much it's bouncing around. Yeah, you wouldn't want to be doing that. So sometimes getting down in cab gives you a little bit of speed appreciation, terrain appreciation. I remember when I first was playing on this map, I didn't realize that you know, they had the do not enter signs, and that the proper way to go through this sell point at Ohio Agri Co-op was to take this loop around coming in, not on the way out. All right, before I deliver this, I'm gonna make sure, double check here. So I look on the map, and yep, there's an exclamation point there, so that's where it's going. Also, an early indication would be as if our money started going up, we'd be selling the crop, the farmer's crop, someplace else, stealing his grain. So we're, what, 75% transported. We'll get back to the field, and I think we should be able to fit all the rest of it. Well, definitely we can. If it's 75%, we'll fit all the rest of the field in the next trailer load, and we'll be done. We can return this equipment that we've been exploiting for the month of July. Oh. Nonchalantly crossing the road. trip of the canola contract. Put this in the trailer, get the last of the crop delivered, and we'll be able to collect and return this equipment. All right, one more trip up to Ohio Agri Co-op, and the July harvesting has been completed. I think we'll get about not quite $10,000 for payment on this one. Ooh, and that might even be before we pay for the lease of the equipment or the use of the equipment. So my guess would be we're probably only going to get about $4,000 or $5,000 for excess crop on this one. Yeah, probably about 5,000, between 4,000 and 5,000. Just love those cows in that open pasture. Mine's in a nice flat field, of course, just because that's the nature of the beast. That's what I had to do. Again, why I prefer the buildings and pastures and stuff that the map makers put in, because when they make their maps in Giants Editor and stuff, they just have so much more flexibility to do it so it looks correct, so to speak. Love the challengers on this map. Wish somebody made a mod that you could have one. Get a Hellcat. All right, so Ohio Agri Co-op for the final delivery of canola. There it goes. Contract spending. Ooh, 6,000. Nice. Let's collect on the red so we can see how much we got. Oop, 7,787. And the red of the truck is gone. Oh no. Oh well. I guess I'm gonna walk. Thanks for hanging out with me here at the Ohio farm. I appreciate all the new subscribers. You guys keep me going. And we'll see you next time.